What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Saint Nick in the building, and today I'll be reviewing the newly released Destiny 2. The game came out September 6th. I only got about 3 days played on the game, and I consider myself a casual player, and today you're gonna get a casual player's review. For me to give an honest review, you guys are gonna have to understand where Destiny 1 came from and where it fell off. So one major problem with Destiny 1 was their gameplay and their storyline. The storyline was a huge disappointment. A lot of people was mad about it. But Destiny 2, it pretty much improved on the storyline. The storyline was a lot better. It was different. But it wasn't my favorite storyline of all time, but it wasn't bad. It was definitely better than Destiny 1. And it had good character development. Like Cade, who is the Hunter Vanguard or whatever, he was a lot better as a character in here than he was in Destiny 1, because you didn't really get to interact with him like that in Destiny 1. You got to interact with all the Vanguards in this one, which made the storytelling a lot better and all that. And it was a better storyline overall, and they got different planets now compared to what they used to have before. They got Titan, which I believe is like a moon on Venus or something like that. I don't know, but all different. The Earth is still here though. That's pretty much the only returning planet I think of. And then one cool thing I feel like they added into the game was the navigator, which is like, instead of you having to go all the way back to the orbit for you to go to load up a different mission, you could load it right then and there from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You could be on a planet, you just go straight into a mission or whatever. It's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? It's different than having to go all the way to the orbit, and it's a time saver in my opinion. And another thing is gunfights. Not bad, not great, still same old. The guns, they look different from when they did in Destiny 1. Well, most of them do. I still see some of them that look like some of the old ones. I can see the resemblance, but like pretty much not every gun looks alike anymore like they used to. You still see a little resemblance, but something changes here and there, and it's not all the same guns like it used to be, because I remember that. And shaders, they got shaders now on everything, which shaders used to always be a thing, but it used to always be on your armor. But now you could change up the shaders on like everything, your gun, your boots, your chest, like anything. Like it's all like separate. And another thing is like, it's kind of like a consumable. You can only use it once now, and you only got a certain amount, which is, I don't know how I feel about that. It wasn't the best idea in my opinion, but it wasn't the worst idea either. So it was like, what I'm saying, now it don't really matter to me or whatever. So I'm still leveling up, and shaders ain't really my main concern right now, but I could see it being a thing in the future where it would probably be a problem. And another thing that's returning is, of course, supers. Nothing ever changed about that. It's still the same old. I feel like the supers are a little bit dumbed down and a little bit more powerful at the same time. It's kind of weird. Like the striker, they could strike like 3 times now instead of just one big time or whatever. But just some improvements here and there, nothing major, but all in all, good improvements were good, not bad. And the abilities, some of them was gone, some of them came back, not really mattering. It's whatever, it's just there. Abilities is still good from here and there, and they just useful in certain situations. And then grenades, those things in my opinion are still overpowered as hell. I don't think anything is gonna get rid of the grenades. The grenades are overpowered as shit in my opinion. Well, not as shit, but like the Titan striker grenade, that thing is super overpowered. I've gotten killed by that thing so many times, and it's just annoying. But it's not that bad anyways. But you could live with it. It's Destiny. That's expected. It's just Destiny. And the category where I felt like Destiny 1 was kind of a disappointment as well was content. Content, it was lacking a lot of content off launch. If you wanted more content, you had to buy the DLCs. And the worst part about it was, if you didn't buy the DLCs, like if you didn't have enough money to buy, or you just didn't want to buy it, the game pretty much became pointless. Like, it became useless. Like, I remember Destiny 1, if you didn't have the Rise of Iron and you had anything before that, the game was useless. You couldn't do anything. Like, it was just not even a game at that point. It was like, you get on to go to the tower. That was like the only thing you was allowed to go to, and you couldn't reach the level cap, and all that. And I just feel like the way they did it was not right. It wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I feel like it was just too thirsty for money. And it was just like, I feel like they was just trying to dig into people's pockets too much. And I really hope that this year that is not like that. That even if you don't get the DLC, the game isn't useless to you. You can still use it, but just the people who buys the DLC have more content than you do, which is how it should be. Overall, the game was a step in the right direction, in my opinion. It has some good improvements. It wasn't bad. It's not a bad game by all means. It's a good game. Is it worth $60? Now, for somebody who's a hardcore Destiny player, it's definitely worth $60 if you play Destiny a lot, you know what I'm saying? But for a casual player, I don't know. Like, you gotta make that decision on yourself. Like, are you willing to play, you know what I'm saying, and grind out the game? Because that's the only way the game is gonna be fun. You gotta be willing to grind. And me, I can't really find much time playing the game anymore, so that's why, like, I'm not into it like I used to. Like Destiny 1, I don't really play the game like that anymore. I'm just like a casual player on here, and I still have fun here and there. I get bored after like a good hour, but I mean, hour's good enough for me. I just be wanting something to pass the time. So as a casual player, I'll say Destiny 2 for me was worth the $60, But you got games like Call of Duty and stuff coming out later on this year, and if you're more of a Call of Duty player, you might as well save your money for that. But if not, then this $60 is very well worth it. But that's just me. And with all that being said, guys, that brings us to the end of the review, and that was pretty much my opinions on Destiny 2 from a casual player standpoint, which would be me in this case. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want more content just like this, and I'll see you guys on the next video.